to the Bates Motel. I know what you're thinking, but this is not that Bates Motel. This is not the Bates Motel you've been reading about in the newspaper lately, the one where all of those nasty murders took place just a few weeks ago. No, you see, that Bates Motel was owned and operated by my brother, Norman Bates. The good one. But this Bates Motel is owned and operated by me, Nathan, and I'm very nice. And, you know, I believe you all are very nice too, and here's how I know. Because you're not even really here. You're just the voices in my head. And you know everything I just explained to you because you hear me say it again and again and again. And yet you let me do it anyway. You know, voices in my head, I know you often like to tell me what to do, and it must be very frustrating to have to be quiet. So I don't want to frustrate you any longer. I'll tell you what, on the count of 3, since it's almost Halloween, why don't you shout out what I should dress as for Halloween this year? 1, 2, 3!
Mr. Plain.
What? Whatever that was, I'll do it, I promise. I know. How about this? On the count of 3, why don't you shout out what I should have for dinner tonight? 1, 2, 3! I'm going to have all of those things.
Yay.
Thank you. Oh, voices in my head, do you know what I like most about owning and operating a motel? It's standing right here and looking out this window at all the wonderful people who live in our town and walk up and down the street, strangers too. Why, just look at them with me, voices in my head. Don't they look marvelous? You know what, voices in my head? I have a feeling that one of these people is going to stop and check into our motel tonight. Voices in my head, you're usually very intuitive about things like this and such good guessers. Why don't you see if you can guess which one of these people, and you can just refer to them by what they're wearing or where they're standing, which one of these people do you think are going to check into our motel tonight?
All of
them. Which one?
Pearl necklace. Navy dress.
Ah, pearl necklace, navy dress. This one here. Well, we'll have to see if you're right. My goodness, you are! Just look at her. Isn't she a handsome woman? You know something, voices in my head? I just bet that a marvelous-looking woman like that has some strange and unusual reason for checking into our motel tonight. What do you think it is? What strange and unusual reason does she have for checking into our motel?
She's tired.
She murdered her.
She died.
She left her husband.
What did you say, voice up there?
She's tired.
She's tired. How strange and unusual. I don't know, voice in my head. You're usually very good at guessing, but this time I think that sounds just a little too average. But there's only one way to find out. Well, I hope you'll be happy in this suite, Mrs. Walker. It's the largest suite in the entire motel.
Yes, it's very interesting. Thank you.
Mrs. Walker, I just have to ask, what strange and unusual reason do you have for checking into our motel?
I'm tired.
Well, why don't you have a seat on that comfortable couch, and I'll give you the tour. This is the comfortable couch.
I see that.
Here's the bar. You're welcome to help yourself to anything you like. Over here's the table where you can eat. But be careful, don't eat the fruit or vegetables. They're wax.
Thank you. Oh, dear. Oh, the bird.
Yes, that's Skipper.
Skipper, he's dead.
He's sleeping.
I think he's dead as a doorknob.
He's sleeping like a princess.
How fascinating.
You can help yourself to a cigarette if you like.
You know, I wish I could get some sleep, and finally tonight I think I will. I just had it, you know, at home with the children. I told my husband, I'm so tired, Mr. Walker. I'm just going to drive to the nearest hotel and get some sleep for once and treat myself to the biggest room in the hotel.
Do you always call your husband Mr. Walker?
Sometimes, but usually only in bed.
You know, I was married once too, but it didn't last long.
Oh, that's too bad. Why didn't it last?
She died.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Was your late wife a good person?
I don't know, she was always late. I was so angry at her. I never even bothered to look deeper into her. But you, now that's a different story. You seem like a very, very deep person.
Why, thank you. I haven't felt that way recently. To be honest, I've just been feeling like such a dull old housewife.
Tell me about your family, Mrs. Walker.
I have 2 kids. A boy and a girl, 10 and 7. The exact image of a perfect family life.
And yet you seem so very upset.
They run me up the wall. I haven't had a decent night's sleep in ages, and now my husband tells me he wants another.
Another wife?
Another child.
Another child? My goodness, how old are you? You can't be more than 27.
You're right, I am 27.
And already 2 children. And a
Yes.
third one wanted from you. My goodness, no wonder you're tired.
Yes, and that's not all. My family business, it exhausts me.
What is your family business?
We run a CPA firm.
You know, in a real way, I pity you. I mean, she is rather pitiable, isn't she, voices in my head? I hope I don't kill her. I don't want to, you know, I never do. And lately I've been trying so hard to be good. But sometimes I just can't control myself. I mean, sometimes I just have to take out this knife and kill them. But I don't want to do that now. Oh well, I guess we'll have to see what happens. Mrs. Walker,
Yes.
have you ever considered not going back home?
No, that wouldn't do.
Why not?
It's so tempting, though.
Your children are young, they'll forget you soon.
You know, I can't even tell you the last time I've had this much alcohol available to me. It seems these days I can't even finish a single glass of wine before my kids come home and tell me I need help with my homework.
Mrs. Walker, it's no secret that you're dissatisfied with your life. You seem to dislike your business, dislike your husband, tolerate your children. Come, Mrs. Walker, look out this window. Do you see right out there? That's Highway 608. It goes right through Benicia.
Those possibilities.
just have to get through all of those walnut groves in Walnut Creek. There's no highway there yet, but there will be soon. But all I'm trying to point out, Mrs. Walker, is that door leads to the parking lot, back to your car. I'm sure it's a comfortable Chevrolet. Back to your house with your 3 bedrooms, 1 kitchen, small terrace, and an attic that you have to clean. That way leads to freedom.
Out the window.
Well, you have to go out the door and go around. The point is, I like to think of this motel as a limbo of sorts. A place between heaven and hell, where we all get to analyze our lives and decide which path we want to take.
And which path do you want to take, Mr. Bates?
I'm very happy right here with you.
Well, thank you so much for your help.
The bathroom and the bedrooms are back here.
Oh, thank you. Here.
Would you like me to take your luggage back there?
Yes, thank you. Here. It's so rare that I have someone to help me. No more laundry, not at least for tonight. Here you go.
My goodness. That's very generous.
Well, you've been very generous with your time.
Thank you, Mrs. Walker. If you ever need me for any reason, and I do mean any reason, I'm just a bell ring away.
Thank you, Nathan.
Good evening.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm in the room next door. I was wondering if you happen to have any ice.
No, I don't.
Oh, well, excuse my intrusion then.
Wait. Why did you just come into my room?
The gentleman was leaving just now and the door was ajar. I apologize if I'm prying too quickly.
That's okay.
Allow me to introduce myself. We are neighbors after all. My name is Charles. Charles Thornhill.
Charles Thornhill. I'm Wanda.
Wanda. Well, pleasure. It's my first time here. I just traveling for business.
Interesting. Yes, interesting.
What brings you here?
Oh, I just thought I needed a little break. A little vacation.
Wow, that sounds lovely. This is an interesting town you've chosen for such a thing. I mean, I'm just traveling through.
Yes, it's a rather dull town.
Oh,
To be honest, I've lived here my entire life.
well, actually, if I, maybe, less ambiguous, I'm actually a film director. I'm trying to find a small town to shoot my next movie.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
But you don't find many actresses around here, do you?
No, I don't. It is an exciting life, though, I gotta say. Traveling all over the place, different parts of the world, meeting new people. It's pretty exciting.
Wow. So glamorous.
It is.
Not like me, though.
Not like you. Don't put yourself down that way. You're very glamorous. Very charming, actually.
Thank you. I haven't put on these pearls in 7 years. I thought I'd break them out today to feel special and glamorous.
Say that last line again. Say that last line again.
Special and glamorous.
Have you had experience in the theater before?
I was in a play in
Really?
high school. Yes.
Which one?
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare, so was I.
Wow.
Upon the quivering night, there dost thou lead an arrow. Shooteth beyond that horizon, not to my heart, as though Prometheus himself, being upon a flame upon the heavens, down to on yonder eyes do I see upon mine. For then does the quivering arrow fall upon my own soul, as it brings new birth into my own eyes. Which line is that from?
I don't know, I just played a tree.
Oh.
Mr. Thornhill, would you like a beverage?
Actually, I was going to invite myself. May I join you?
No, please, I don't have any ice, though. I apologize.
Well, that's all right. I'll take it neat. Brandy.
Yes.
My father used to always drink brandy.
Interesting choice.
Your name again, please. Remind me.
Wanda.
Wanda.
I could change it, though.
Wanda,
Just,
if I may be so bold, I'm looking for a new part in my picture.
interesting. I've been looking for a new role.
You're an actor.
No, I just meant in life.
Well, the movie is about a woman on the run. I have yet to choose a title for it. I'm also writing the screenplay myself. Perhaps I could call it Wanda's Journey, or something like that.
Marvelous.
You're marvelous.
Oh,
Oh, Wanda, where? Oh.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't know you were expecting
Sorry.
anyone. I apologize.
oh, that's okay. This is just
I'm
a neighbor.
Mrs. Walker, Annette Walker,
My mother.
mother.
Oh, so pleased to meet you. My name
Sorry.
is Charles Thornhill.
Rather unusual for a man to be in a married woman's room.
Oh, married. I should have noticed the ring. I apologize. No. Maybe I will take a rain check on the drink.
Maybe you should.
Yes.
Thank you
There.
for your time here. Perhaps we'll run into each other again in the parking lot.
Perhaps we will. I'm in room number 2.
Yes. Oh, Mother, I'm so sorry about this mess.
Doing?
I'm sorry.
This is disgraceful, young lady. What is this I hear that you abandoned your husband and your children?
It's one day, Mother. Don't I deserve one night of peace?
I never had one night of peace. Never.
That's true. You've never been very peaceful.
No need to be insulting. I'm here because I'm worried about you. Poor Roger's a mess without you.
It's not like I've left for good.
My
No.
God, they had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for dinner! What's next? You have a man in your motel room?
He was just a neighbor coming over for some ice. Aren't I allowed to have friends, Mother? I used to be so vibrant. So pretty. Don't you remember how good I was as that tree?
Do you still have those fantasies of being an actress?
Maybe I do, Mother.
Darling, you have to stop living in a fantasy. I was so pleased when you got married. I thought all of that was behind us. That you had become grounded and that the therapy had worked.
I haven't been to therapy in some time. I've stopped going, to be honest.
Well, that explains your ridiculous behavior. My darling.
Mother.
You're going to have to do the treatment.
No.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Never again.
No, you're going to have to do it. Sit down. Sit down now. Now, what is a woman's duty?
To take care of the household.
And if one is a married woman, does one allow a man who is a stranger in her motel room?
No.
Does one put shoes on the furniture?
No.
Wanda, you can't run away. You can't.
Forgive me
You'll
for
never-
interrupting.
Another strange man?
This is the motelier.
Nathan Bates.
Pleasure to meet you.
You wouldn't be the driver of a car, license plate 3LLOTBLONDE, would you?
Yes?
I'm afraid you'll have to move your car. It's in a no parking zone.
Well, that's strange. Well, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
You'd better take care of it, Mother. Go.
You'll be all right.
My goodness. Talk about that choice between heaven and hell. On one hand, your oppressive mother using psychological ploys to keep you down and trodden upon. On the other hand, a Hollywood film director offering you a role in a movie.
How do you know all that?
I eavesdropped through that hole. I always know everything that goes on here.
That's an invasion of my privacy.
Thank you. Boy, it seems like the choice is nigh. And yet look at you, so weak and frail, probably too tired, too afraid to make that choice. I really should put her out of her misery and kill her, don't you think?
Yes.
Mother! I see that you're conflicted. I tell you what we'll do. We'll give her a fighting chance. I have a very, very good idea. What we'll do, well, I don't want to think this part while she's in the room. I might get so excited and blurt it out loud and spoil everything. Oh, gosh, if only she would leave the